The name of this topic is Dividing Rational Expressions Involving Quadratics with Leading Coefficients of 1. Here's the question. We're supposed to divide and simplify our answer as much as possible. This topic can be intimidating because there's lots of large words, and this looks like it will be tough. Before we even read the explanation, I wanted to remind you of something. Anytime you divide by a fraction, which this is, that's the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. So that's one thing that we're going to need to do first. So to divide this, we're going to multiply by its reciprocal. Okay, so here's what that looks like. Here's the original division problem. We changed this to multiplying and make this into its reciprocal. Now, just like any multiplying fraction problem, when you get to the multiplying part, it makes it so much easier if you can cross cancel. If you have any common factors here and here, or here and here, if we cross cancel, then the problem will come out simplified almost all the time. So we have to ask ourselves, can we cross cancel anything? Well, it doesn't look like it when it's in this form here. So let's go ahead and factor anything that we can just to see if there are any common factors. 3x minus 3, I can say that's the same as 3 times x minus 1. The x squared minus x minus 2 can be factored into x minus 2 times x plus 1. This x minus 1 here, no factoring, so we'll just recopy that here. We can factor this into this, x minus 3 times x minus 2. Great. Now that everything's factored, I see some cross-canceling that we can use. Once we have everything factored, this would cross-cancel with this, and x minus 1 can cross-cancel with x minus 1, which that's what's shown to you here. So then all that we have to do is multiply whatever's left after the cross-canceling. So we have to do 3 times x minus 3. You see that here. There's nothing left for the denominator except x plus 1, which you see here. Okay, let's do another one. Here we're asked to divide this. And you remember, dividing is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. Really, nothing in this topic is new. You just haven't done it with the numbers that look like this. So, dividing is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. Great. So that's shown to you here. To divide this, we're going to multiply by its reciprocal so that it will look like this. Here was the original problem we were given above. We're going to change this to multiplying and use the reciprocal of the second number. You see that here. Now, in any multiplying fraction problem, we want to cross cancel so that the answer will come out simplified. In order to cross cancel, we have to see, are there any common factors? Just like if you had to cross cancel 4/7 times 14/24. Wouldn't you look for common factors here and you would say, well, 4 goes into both of those. You'd look for common factors here and say 7 goes into both of those. Well, that's what you're going to do here. So x squared plus 4x plus 3 can be factored to look like this. 4x minus 4, these both have a common factor of 4, so we'll pull the 4 out and say this is 4 times x minus 1. Over here, x minus 1, there's not much we can do with that, so we'll just recopy. X squared minus 2x minus 3 can be factored to look like this. Okay, now we're ready for cross-canceling. Here comes the fun part. So x minus 1 will cross-cancel with x minus 1. And going diagonally this way, I see an x plus 1, which will cross-cancel with an x plus 1. So now all we have left to do is either recopy or multiply whatever's left. So this part shows you the cross-canceling. And then what's left is this. So at the top we have x plus 3 times nothing left, so we'll recopy that. For the bottom we have 4 times x minus 3. Great, we write it there. There are no more factors to cancel, so you're asked to write this in simplest form. So for the final step then, all we can do to make this any simpler is go ahead and take the 4 times x minus 3 and make that 4x minus 12. And that is how you solve dividing rational expressions involving quadratics with the leading coefficients of 1.